My dear students and learners, and as a continuation of my last video, now we will apply study flow energy equation for various engineering study flow devices. Okay. As already uh, we have discussed that we have derived the study flow energy equation by mass balance and as well as energy balance for the control volume which is covered or surrounded by the control surface where our attention is given. Okay, so mass in is equal to mass out, energy in is equal to energy out, and we can derive the steady flow energy equation in two kinds, like by keeping mass as constant and time as constant. That is steady flow energy equation with respect to time. And as far as application is concerned, now mostly with respect to mass, steady flow energy equation with respect to mass is being used in widely all the applications than with respect to time. If you are using more than one stream of fluid, then we can use the steady flow energy equation with respect to time. Okay, for single flow streams, it is better to apply this steady flow energy equation per unit mass. Okay, so here heat in minus workout is equal to change in energies of enthalpy, velocity and potential energy. Okay, this equation Q minus W is equal to del ME, that is out energy out minus energy in, will give you, this is same as that equation which we have derived, del Q minus del W is equal to du or dE, E meant for enthalpy, all consist of enthalpy, velocity and potential energy. Okay, steady flow devices, the devices or the thermal devices which are using the steady flow to work, to give the work by getting input of heat, then they are called as steady flow devices. Most of the engineering devices operate fundamentally and essentially under the same conditions for a long period of time. That is, they are using the steady flow conditions only, because it is very tough if we change the mass flow rate with respect to time to analysis. Then it will come to the deep and complex system of microscopic analysis. So these devices are working under steady flow concepts. Okay, so the energy balance for the control volume, as already we have derived, Q minus W is equal to energy difference. And next, now we will come to application. The purpose of nozzles and diffusers. First we will apply steady flow energy equation for nozzles and diffusers. Okay, so here you can see the purpose of nozzle is to increase the velocity of the fluid. The fluid or the substance which is coming out from the nozzle should deliver higher velocity compared to initial velocity. So if we want the higher velocity, higher kinetic energy, means some energy has to be given, right? One energy only will be converted to another form of energy. So as the outlet, if you want to increase the velocity, means what another one property should comes down, it has to be reduced, then only the corresponding increase can be achieved in velocity. So here it is taken pressure from the hot steam or hot fluid is decreasing, the corresponding decrease in pressure is converted to velocity. Okay, so as a reciprocal, if you take diffusers, they are increasing the pressure of the fluid or the working substance. Increased pressure as an outlet. So their velocity is decreasing. As from the area of the physical appearance itself, we can see here nozzle, when the hot working substance is entering into the nozzle, because of the area reduction, you can able to see that here at the outlet its velocity, since it is restricting this surrounding or control volume is restricting its flow, automatically the velocity would be increased. In a tube, in a water tube through which when the water is flows, if you are blocking the outlet, means automatically the velocity of the water will be increased, like that. Say the opposite case is existing in is happening in the diffuser. Okay, as far as this application of into steady flow energy equation, here we are again confirming mass in is equal to mass out, energy in is equal to energy out, and we can after the derivation of SFEE, now if you apply these nozzle and diffuser concepts in SFEE, you can see here Q. Okay, here we are concentrating only on this velocity in nozzles and diffuser. Potential energy is taken out and no heat supply is being given, and work done is also not expected from this equipment. Okay, from this device we are not expecting any work done. Okay, so only this enthalpy and the velocity terms are taken into account. So finally we will be getting enthalpy difference plus velocity difference is equal to 0. After the derivation you can get the final equation for H2 minus H1 is equal to what is the equation for V2. Okay, final velocity. Throttling device. The importance of the throttling device is to keep its energy balance as constant.
So do we need to follow the I tutor, sir? Like you're also teaching.
So the energy balance for throttling device is H2 is equal to H1. We have to keep the energy content as constant by the porous plug. If by adjusting the valve, we are
or you are giving all the points here, sir.
Energy content, heat energy content of the device at the same level. When the flow through a valve or restrictions is idealized in this way, the process is called throttling process to maintain the heat content.
Okay.
Steady flow devices.
Yes.
Now we are going to see about about turbines. It is a very important device which gives work as output and taking heat as input. Okay, so we no need to take into account of these velocity terms, potential energy terms, and this kinetic energy terms. If they have given as from the datum, if they are giving the difference of G, this Z2 and Z1 and velocities, means you can take into account, or otherwise just simply you can avoid all these terms, and finally W is equal to what is the work done. That is only our aim. Work done is equal to difference in heat content or enthalpy of the substance. Now I have solved a problem in nozzles and diffuser. Here you can able to see these are all the inlet conditions and mass flow rate has been given. They are asking the final temperature. So the questions has been given the velocity of the air at the inlet of the diffuser and temperature of the air leaving, like that. They will ask. This is a model exam problem which has been solved for you as a sample for you. So finally you have to find out the velocity at the outlet and temperature. Okay, so you can solve it and try. Thanks for listening, and let me again, some of the other applications are there, like heat transfer equipments, and wherever the heat transfer taking place, and which they are converting not only to work but also in terms of some other change in energies also can be solved by using this steady flow energy equations. Okay, so I have shown these nozzle, diffusers, turbine, and throttling device, but more applications are there in which you should know the purpose of that component. If you know the purpose of the component, then according to that you can neglect the terms which is not needed and take the terms for which they have given the data. If you apply the data in the right unit, at the right unit, then only it is possible for you to solve the problems. Okay, so it is very much important to learn the units for each and every parameters or the characteristics present in this steady flow energy equation. And also, if they are giving with respect to time, means you can select the steady flow energy equation at unit time, and if they are giving the data for unit mass, means then you can select the equation with respect to mass. Okay, both of the terms are there, and neglecting or adding or rejecting the terms is purely depends on the datas given in the problem. So you have to read the problem twice and then apply in the right place with the right unit, so that you can able to solve the problems. Okay, so in this first unit, regarding the problems, you can have the problems in simple pressure loss and internal energy, heat transfer, work transfer, SFE, simple SFE and SFE application for various thermal devices. Okay, and in the initial fundamental concepts, you can have quasi-static process theory. As far as theory is concerned, quasi-static process, zeroth law, and first law of thermodynamics for system, closed system, open system, and especially you can have the problems for various thermodynamic processes and the solutions for change in internal energy, enthalpy, work transfer, heat transfer for various processes and their derivations for equations. Okay, also you can have the questions from it. Okay, so all the very best. Thanks for listening. Thank you.